All right, welcome. What's going on? Here's the gigant Spino, I guess. Spinosaurus. Let's see. How do we say it exactly? Gigant Spinosaurus. Crazy little mixed up name. We've got some dinosaurs with the silicosis. Apparently, it is when they breathe silicate too much out of the ground and it gets in their lungs. Well, anyways, we've got a whole bunch of new stuff in the park to look at, and here's this first pin for the Chunkingasauruses, but we put in amenities. We've got this whole area cut out and this area up and running. Now this isn't turned on yet, but let's go ahead and go move the Chunkingasauruses first. We just had a storm, so hopefully we've got a few minutes of peace here. Back here, we'll put them. I only made 4 of them. I don't know how they'll get along in this pen, but we'll see. We've got a couple injuries, but they're not too much. One superficial, just taken care of. All the disease is sort of gone away. We'll speed these over here. We're at 3-3. But I just got out of a storm, like I said, so we're not doing too bad. Here they come. Dead dinosaurs somewhere, but we won't worry about that.
First discovered in China, the Chunkingasaurus has distinctive twin plates that run along its back. And it can swing its spiked tail, called a dagomizer, like a massive medieval mace. This is a dinosaur best observed at a distance.
I think they'll find that there's plenty of room in this pen. They just spread out a little bit. But it was not intended to have very many of them in it. So we'll let the 4 of them get in there. We'll go get our dead animals out of the park, see what's dying. These Minmi are dying off left and right. That's the only problem with releasing a number of dinosaurs like this at once, is when one dies, you've got a ton of them that die. We're down to 14 again in here, and I'd like to keep it at about 20. At least for now, until we can put some kind of ornithomimosaurid in there. Let's go back over. The Chunkingasaurus is all 4 in. The open space is going to be... No? Should be good on it if they just go wander around. Ground fruit. We want to make sure they've got enough food. They have a tiny territory.
Asset transportation in progress.
It seems like. Or they just haven't gone up this other way yet and seen how big the pen actually is. These ones are doing the same thing. Still good at that. 94%. I think they'll be alright here in a minute when they find out how big the pen is, but I don't know that they're going to add much to the park. They're just kind of to, keep it at a steady 3-5 instead of 3-3, 3-4. But let's go on with what we're doing here. We want to put all the dinosaurs back that have been fighting and start moving these things out. I know I said I wasn't going to have carnivores, but they have such good appeal. There just isn't a lot you can't really fight it. And if the Deinonychus is over here, hopefully they've got plenty of room. I mean, the pen seems about the same size as the Dilophosaurus pen, if not a little bigger, but we'll find out. 3-4. Chunkingosauruses aren't very impressive, apparently. But 4 is going to be the maximum number in here, and they're all underwater. Looking pretty good. They look a lot like the Gigantspinosaurus's, but
Commencing asset transit.
another Minmi die-off.
Asset has been collected.
They don't live too long.
Setting additional task.
I've only had, I think, one Chasmosaurus die of old age yet. Here they go. They're going to start setting them in. And this should be the next thrilling thing. We've got a gyrosphere on both sides, viewing gallery on both sides. We'll have to fix the amenities. We'll have to do something over here and turn this
for
on.
A number of reasons. I mean, they're all important, but this one, the Deinonychus, was the center of debate among paleontologists for many years. Specifically, were the dinosaurs cold-blooded or warm-blooded animals? With them alive and in the park, we have our answer.
I do like the way they look, though. I don't know. The last one kind of has me shy to use them the last game, because I can't remember what island you get to, but you get to and they just get out and run amok. It's really not all that fun to put up with there. That's basically what they do. Get out and run like that around and just terrorize everything as soon as the storm gets there. But we'll see how the concrete pin holds them and
Asset transportation underway.
how they are for numbers. Plenty of area. There's meat and such around if they'd search it out. Population's low, they say.
Asset to be collected.
I don't know how. I wonder how many we can put in here. I've got like, well, I did have about 22 Dilophosaurus in here.
Asset
There's
in
a
transit.
thing that I guess I didn't know at all. Was if you've got a problem in the pen, you want quick access to either the med
Transported.
or the response team. The med jeep is with the L1, and the response team, whatever the closest one is the R1. So they're about out of goat. How's our little Deinonychus? Deinonychus, they call him. I like Deinonychus.
Asset transportation complete.
This is what they rode on Dino Riders. Uh-oh. Damn, he's mean. Plenty of open space. They'll find that there's plenty of meat out here and a lot of room for them to move around. This is a big, long pin. They'll separate a lot. I think we should keep putting them in for a minute. We've got 11. Let's try to bring it up to like 18. If we've already got 11, we're putting 5 in there. That'll be 16.
Asset has been collected. Transportation complete.
Does it count them even though they're not released? It must. There's 3, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
We are pleased to welcome a Deinonychus to the park.
Let's speed this up just a little while.
Transportation underway. Confirming asset delivery.
see how many we end up with in the pin, and then we'll go from there. Minmi again, or what? Now what's dead? That thing needs transported. Nothing here. Oh, yep.
Asset transportation in progress.
There goes the last one taking them over. And it still says we've got 11. Let's see if it says right away that we've got 14 now.
Heading to pick up the asset. Assets in the air.
Yes. Alright, so 14 we want. About 18 of them, if at all possible. And if not, we'll sell a few of them. One of the Chunkingosaurs stood around and starved to death, so I don't know if I don't have enough ground leaf or what, but he stood right here.
Transit has commenced.
And that's what all this is ground leaf. Stood right in it and died. How are these guys doing?
Asset being transported.
Getting in the way.
Chunkingosaurus is certainly well equipped to defend itself, with 2 rows of pointed plates running along its back.
Listen to how he talks it 3 times. That's funny.
Asset delivery confirmed.
I've never heard him talk while it was running like that. Look, we'll hit the 18 right away. Look what it costs to put these little things in the park, though. That's what I was talking about when it comes to the carnivores. It's expensive to put them out here and then to keep up with them. I got another staff center as well, but I haven't hired any new scientists. I don't have enough skill for large electric stations, and I can only have one more. But we're going to replace a lot of fence with concrete fence and cut down on that power usage. Let us see where we are. These things are done. We can probably slow this down and get to moving them out. We'll put these ones over here.
Requiring collection.
And the final and most exciting part of setting these areas up, adjusting the amenities. Thrill as I choose between fossil displays and it looks like it's fossil displays. It's always the same things for the most part.
Transit has commenced.
Donuts. Huh. It's about that time. Nothing else? Nobody wants anything? We got double donuts. What's going on there?
Asset transportation in progress.
We need a drink, it seems like.
Delivery has been completed.
And I didn't do it? Alright. That is the 3 food joints. Look at this. I swear, I am incapable of putting these down without doing this. Yes.
Assets in the air.
Alright. Drink. And we'll change this one and then go back through them.
Delivered. Transportation underway.
I kind of like the last one a little bit more, how they made you get certain things instead of just these, like they had you have bowling alleys and such. I mean, I know they had bars and whatever, but I like that you have to have guest attractions instead of just restaurants. And the guest attractions they do offer are so damn big you can't hardly put them in the park. Who's dying? Nope.
Asset has been transported.
Minmis are falling over left and right. These people are... Hey. They came out with a good batch of eggs there. Too bad those other ones weren't any good. That'd have been a huge number of them to put in there. Let's... What we got? Resupply on the goat? For what? Who's eating him? We were doing something. Oh, these damn amenities. Now look at these ones. I put in the big ones because we're going to have 3 different places up here that can benefit from them. But we don't have them all turned on yet.
Asset being transported.
They're not both food again, are they? Slushies. Alright, food. Will it be ice cream? Will it be fossil displays? Aquariums or live entertainment? Food, drink? Nope, this one's presents. Alright. Aquariums? Yep. Every one of them seems to... I mean, I know it's kind of based on the attractions that you put in here, but it gets old just going and putting the same things in them. And we're at 3.8. Well, let's wait until the night passes and the sun comes up and we can see... Disease contracted. That'll help our rating, no doubt. Let us find out where this is going on in these Pterosaurus. Look at them all. They're all down here together. Turn this back on. He makes a cool sound, and they look pretty good with those red rock canyons behind him. Look at the stars. We've got another Werosaurus. We're at 3.9. I bet it is another one of them. Somebody's sick with something. What is it? Avian pox. Need the inoculation for that. Speak of the devil itself, here it is. Let them dart those animals. rest some scientists, and wait for our 4 stars. Now, if we're at 4 stars here, I've got a plan or two to try to put in a pin here, and of course this great big one I want to do like the sauropods or something. We've got dinosaurs that are not getting healed over here, and the med jeep effing off back to the base because he's got nothing to do. I get so sick of this. They ought to, I mean, they ought to go out and stay in the pen until they get rid of the dinosaurs that are sick.
En route to pick up the asset.
That's funny. That's how you do them if they're airlifting them and taking too long. Let's see.
Picking up asset. Collecting asset. Asset in
We've
transit.
got another dead dinosaur. What is dead now?
En route to collect the asset. Asset collection request received. Heading to pick up the asset.
Well, we're a little late on the inoculation.
Asset has been collected.
Okay, the dinosaur, the dead one's gone.
Commencing asset transfer.
3.8 for the late night. See how the morning goes, but let's go check out the chunkingosaurs while we
Transportation underway.
wait for it to
Transporting asset.
turn day or for the sun coming up. That is one hell of a fern plant. Man, I have ferns all over the place out here. It'd be crazy to see one like that.
To defend itself, with 2 rows of pointed plates running along its back, a stupendous spike protruding from each side of its body, and a tail wielding 2 pairs of piercing spikes.
Asset
There's the old sun coming up.
Asset transportation complete.
And we're down to 3.7 instead of going up.
Asset has been delivered.
The name of this primitive Jurassic stegosaur is derived from the Chinese city Chongqing, where the earliest fossilized remains of Chungkingosaurus were discovered in its Jiangbei district.
Delivery complete.
Yeah, the dinosaurs found in China are usually named after where they're found. It's not always an easy one to pronounce. .8. Damn! Thagomizer in the ass. I mean, he swung it clear around to the other end of that dinosaur. Wham! Right in the face. Who's your money on? What? You hit him and ran off? You hit him twice. 3.9. Well, we're nearly there, and I'm sure just in a minute or so it'll pop over to the 4 stars. I'll thank you as always for watching the video. Here's the Deinonychus or Deinonychus. I need to change all my fences to concrete. But otherwise, I think this is a pretty good setup for them. The amenities, I think, are doing well. Yeah? Even the big ones? Yeah, fair enough. This little park hasn't been as hard to fit everything in as I thought it might be. Well, Take it easy, enjoy the Deinonychus, and I'll see you in another video, I'm sure.